How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Good morning, everybody.
Ooh.
We are getting physical.
Yeah, I feel it.
As far as the topics of this particular podcast go, we are. But we had pancakes for breakfast, and we haven't moved much.
I had a half a banana.
Half a banana?
Oh, look at you.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
You need some protein, though.
Some good
I definitely should start the day with protein.
Well, I've been doing steak and eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nothing but protein.
There you go.
But today no one was awake.
To make that for you.
I feel like I want to take this opportunity to tell Elise I don't expect that.
Were you staring at raw steak and eggs? Just like, oh, God damn it.
A half a banana is good. It's got fiber.
For now.
It's got some carbs to get me moving.
Just to orient you, that's Kelley.
Hi.
I'm Freddy.
Oh, can I take this opportunity to thank your wife for bringing me water?
You can.
You're welcome, kid.
Perfect time for it.
Kiddo.
Yeah, thanks.
Amy.
That's me. I'm
She's
the
water
wife.
bringer. Yeah.
Mike is.
I am a Aquarius, and we are the water bringers.
Mike
are you
is here.
Aquarius?
Sorry for the yawning.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm Aquarius.
Mikey.
You're Capricorn, right?
I'm Capricorn.
Yes.
Did you used to be an Aquarius until they
Capricorn.
shifted?
I don't remember.
No,
I've
he's
always
always-
felt like I've been a Capricorn.
He's always been a Capricorn.
What's your date?
Okay.
January 16th.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Even if you
You're
told
both
me.
Capricorns.
We are, though.
Yeah.
Because you're early January.
Yeah. We share the stars.
Yeah. We share the stars.
We share the stars.
All the stars in the night sky.
Never be enough.
Never enough.
Andy had a headache because we kept singing Never Enough last night.
He's like, I gotta go home and wash my hair.
Yeah.
Gotta wash that man right out of his hair.
Mikey has the roulette movie later.
I do.
And then we're going to talk about our first installment in our exercise theme, EXORCISE.
X or size.
Fatal
it's your
game.
choice.
You decide.
Mm.
Fatal games.
Yep, a mad javelin
Fatal.
thrower kills teenagers in the school where
You've
they're
heard it
preparing for the Olympics.
Heard this story 1,000 times.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Tales old as time. So is physical fitness for the new year, for making new habits, for the Olympics, for
everything. It's for all that.
to inspire us.
Talking fizzy fits.
And these
Make wellness choices so you don't get killed by a javelin.
Yeah.
these naked kids and their tidy whitey wearing brethren
Yeah.
are they're trying to get the highest reward of Olympian gold. And speaking of awards, do you like my transition?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're about to say.
I do.
We found out, thanks to Scott, a couple of nights ago, we found out that we've been nominated for a Rondo Award.
Yay.
In the category number 18. So if you go to the Rondo Award website,
We're legal, baby.
you got to scroll way down to category 18, the best multimedia
Barely.
horror website. And we are in there. We are nominated. So you vote by emailing. So you copy and paste that ballot into an email and send it to the Rondo Awards.
There's lots of good people nominated in that category. There's lots of good horror hounds nominated for a bunch of categories, as always, because they create excellence. So there's lots of good things to vote for in there.
Yeah.
But mainly us.
Well, yeah.
A vote
I mean-
for
want
us
to.
is a vote for good.
Mm-hmm.
On the Patreon front, if I could stop yawning, that would be amazing.
Oh my God.
So patrons, please donate so Freddy can stop yawning.
Yeah, I really need that yawn surgery. We finally got around to talking about wrestling
Yeah.
with Jay and
Jay.
Scarecrow Oven and Jason. It was fun.
Wait,
Nice.
Jay who?
Jay Toll,
Oh.
nice guy. He's the guy that Scarecrow Oven watches wrestling with.
Oh.
They get together and they watch wrestling without their shirts on.
This is a whole story I didn't know.
Yeah.
They did this on Night of the Comic. Was there any discussion of comics?
Yeah, the connection of wrestling to comics, wrestling comics, and how similar the two are. And
Wrestling comics.
Yeah, they're wrestling comics.
I feel like I could pin a comic easy.
You think so?
Oh,
nice.
This morning we are nothing but gold.
Wow.
Speaking of Olympian gold,
From the turnbuckle, Amy.
Amy the Animal Steel,
all the way from Orlando, Florida.
It's important that I give some shit to these fellers, though, because Freddy's like, well, they convinced me I should start watching Raw.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we've watched half of 2 episodes so far. I've watched it out of order.
To be honest, Amy, wrestling is not too far off from Real Housewives.
I agree with you, but what they seem to have... So I guess they condense episodes of Raw and put them on Hulu.
You could call Real Housewives breastling.
Right.
You could.
I mean, Pantygate with Erica James is not that far off from what some of those
What was
fellers...
Pantygate?
Oh, it's this whole thing that happened.
have to
Was she
Google it.
wearing panties? Was she not wearing panties?
go with
Did
no.
she mean for somebody to catch her not wearing the panties?
I hope that's the case.
I mean, it pretty much took the whole last season. And the only
These bitches do
housewife
not
that
let
matters,
anything
that
go.
Anything goes. If I'm looking down...
Like on Atlanta, like 3 seasons ago, something happened, and they still fucking bring it up.
Probably because producers remind them of
Yeah,
it.
you're probably
It
right.
is just like wrestling because remember Macho Man was like, I'm going to be out there and you're not going to know if I'm wearing panties. Ooh, and I might be wearing panties, but you don't really know until you really take a good look.
I forgot all about that.
The cream rises to the top and you're going to meet me out there and maybe I'm wearing panties. Maybe I'm not.
I remember that now.
Yeah,
So
it's the same.
The point I was trying to make when we were watching these Raw eps,
Mhm.
like I think they cut out all the soap opera stuff. It was just mostly wrestling.
I don't know what how much wrestling versus
I didn't see
soap
much
opera-y.
of the.
Of that?
Yeah, and I watched wrestling for a while in the early 2000s. Probably a couple of years when China and Triple H and those dudes were doing that X over their junk
Yeah.
stuff.
That would not
Exy junks?
fly right now.
No.
It really wouldn't.
No.
The Exy
Worlds are
junks.
changing.
Did you say the Exy junks?
Yeah, is that what their team name was?
I don't even remember. But like
Their
that
company?
was all that stuff was fun. The behind the scenes and the jibber jabber in the hallways.
There was some of that. One of them wanted to take chicken soup to her sick friend, and she's like, "I need you here because I think they were tag team partners or something." She's like, "I got to take the soup."
Oh. I saw a Raw that's been probably 15 plus years ago, but I think it was Raw live. That's really boring.
Like you went
watch.
to the
Yeah.
it was
Actually,
boring?
I used to.
Maybe you
I
just went to a
wanted
bad one.
because
Did
I
you
used to
bring
be
a
a
sign?
bill collector, and I had collected the most, so I got free tickets to go see wrestling.
Yeah,
And I went, and it's incredibly boring to see it live. And here's why. Maybe it's different now. You can't hear the commentary.
Oh.
So it's just like, and you don't see the drama. And like when stuff happens in a parking lot, you're not really privy to that.
Yeah, you're inside.
Wow.
Right.
So you just see them wrestling around.
Yeah, like they had The Rock was there, so that was like a big thing. I was really excited to
You were
see
in the
that.
Could you smell what he was
same room as
cooking?
him.
Huh?
Could you smell what he was
you
cooking?
could smell no, because what he did was inside of a garage.
Oh.
So during the commercial break, he comes out. Excuse me, he comes out and just waves and then goes back away. That was it. That was The Rock for that night. So
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of boring to watch without the drama.
that
hopefully
makes me
they
terribly
fix
sad.
that. Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Maybe they project it onto a
I don't know.
jumbotron now.
Maybe
Jumbo.
maybe that was just a one-time thing. I don't know.
I mean, I'm willing to give wrestling a try because I do think it's kind of fun. But
Yeah.
Glow's more fun for me to watch.
So it was pretty fun.
The show, not the.
Is that a
Not the show.
renewing season? Is that was that just a one shot or is that?
No, they're gonna do another season.
Oh.
I just don't know when it's coming out. Yep.
Yeah.
Fun.
Oh, we've ended our partnership with the NRA. I want everybody to know.
Oh, good.
We've gotten a lot of heat from people that are like, well, we're going to take our podcasting business elsewhere. And I'm like, fuck, good. Because fuck your guns.
Mean Gene Okerlund. He thinks he can guess whether or not I'm wearing panties, but he doesn't even know when he's right here in his mustache. His mustache is bringing in signals from outer space, and I'm gonna see you without or with panties in the ring on Sunday, Kareem.
Is Mean Gene Okerlund still alive?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is Macho Man still alive?
No.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
We're losing our legends, guys.
Mhm.
Um,
What about
yeah.
what about Mills Lane? Is he still alive?
what's
Mean
a-
Gene is still alive. He's 75.
Mean Gene's alive and 75. A lot of rhyming you can do with that fella.
Mick Foley, though, I think he's a cool dude.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
love him.
You guys remember Mills Lane?
No.
Judge Mills Lane? Yeah.
But he also like
Oh, he was a wrestler, too?
No, he announced
Boxing.
and Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
The one with, or like just the claymation one.
That is that the I think that's the only
Yeah.
one.
Well, didn't they do that with like Tanya Harding and
Yeah.
somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're doing great today.
Oh, I think that was Celebrity Boxing.
Okay, not deathmatch because
Yeah.
they didn't die. Nobody died.
No one died.
No one
dies
dies.
but a Sid.
What else we got going on, kids? How's everybody doing?
I'm sleepy. We stayed up late.
We stayed up late and then we ate pancakes. I'm sleepy too.
It's a sleepy show.
Sleepy show.
Going to see the Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah,
Crystal
that's today, isn't it?
at the old movie theater,
Yeah.
Excited?
which is why we're doing this a little earlier.
Yes, listeners. It is 10:17, and I am like, who even gets up this early on a Sunday?
Yeah, so maybe some of you are doing that today, but it'll actually have been yesterday or earlier today by the time you hear this. So you're doing it in the future and in the past.
So I hope you had fun or will have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
That's pretty good.
Sorry, everybody. It's been a rough week. I feel like I had a really rough week at work.
Yeah, it has been a rough week.
It will not stop raining. It just
doesn't
will
stop.
not. The Ohio River's gonna come to my house. It's not, but it's definitely overtaking.
It's not raining right now.
For the first time in days.
It's pretty nice out.
But my backyard couldn't handle it, and it's just a goddamn lake. And the dogs are muddy.
The dogs.
It's yeah.
I watched Elsa like bound through the backyard and just great big gouts of mud in her wake.
We enjoyed watching it on the porch. We sat on
The
the porch
rain.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a
It was
tin
fun.
roof.
Rusted.
Slurp.
I was I've been inspired by our physical fitness to sign up to get yoga certified. Be a
Yeah.
certified yogi.
That's
So I'll
awesome.
be it's
You're
over the
certifiable.
weekends, so I'll be missing some podcasts.
Yogi.
Hey.
If you ever, I know that's something that would benefit me, and
Yeah.
I should be doing it.
Yeah.
There's those shoulds, Amy, that you're working on with
Yeah.
your therapist.
Let them shoulds
But
go.
if you ever need to
I will.
need some hours with a great big fat person that
Oh,
needs some help
stop.
with flexibility,
Yes.
then you let me know. Because
It's-
you won't make fun of me, will you?
Not a bit. I'm all about wellness, y'all.
And we can do it here so the dogs can lick my face when I'm downward dogging.
Your downward dog licks.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Anyone else?
I've engaged in those before.
Would you join me,
I'll do
Kelly? Because I feel like both of us are equally unflexible.
I have been planning on hitting up some yoga.
yeah.
So
Oh, really?
very, very low impact, very low, because I'm not very mobility.
Well,
Ease into it.
let's do that together.
I was thinking about.
Do you want to lead a yoga class for us, Mike?
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Let's get flexible.
Yeah.
Let's get
At least we do it. We were talking
Yeah.
about doing
Flexible.
it. So
Because I just feel goofy. Like I went
I
that
already
one.
do the kitty cat stretch, and the baby.
Oh, the
Happy
baby.
I do the kitty cat and the baby.
The child's
Happy baby.
pose is my jam.
What is the kitty cat and the baby?
The kitty cat, as far as my chiropractor is concerned, is I get on my hands and knees and I stick my butt up in the air like I'm going to get something done to it, and I let my back and my tummy. I try and relax them as much as I can
Yeah.
to get them down, and then I stretch them out the other way, and I become like,
a cow.
yeah,
like a
cat
cat
cow.
when they do that stretch, you know.
You go from you get into tabletop and then you do your cat cow.
yeah.
Cacao.
And then the baby is I put my hands out as far as I can while I'm on my knees, and I stretch back on my knees.
That's child's pose, right?
Yeah, that's
Happy
But-
babies when you're on your back.
But I think it's
Yeah.
fun to call them kitty
Happy-
cat and baby.
You would like happy baby, but not to do it. You'd like to just watch probably it.
Probably.
But, yeah. So
You'd like to watch somebody.
I'm not necessarily sure what I'm doing with it, but yeah, that's the wellness.
Proud of you, man.
Is the thing. So I'm trying to broaden my horizons on that.
I think we're all trying to be well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think it's a good trend.
Yeah.
It is a good trend.
People want to live longer.
Yeah.
I drank
know
too
I
much
do.
margarita last night, though.
Oh my gosh, me
That
too.
couldn't have been good for me.
It
Also,
was so red.
I accidentally took the wrong pills last night.
This is the oldest man conversation. Do we
So,
say that
see how that
every
shakes
week,
out.
listener?
I understand.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I almost took the wrong pill yesterday.
Yeah.
Or the day
The
before,
blue
maybe.
pill or the red pill?
Yeah.
But then I realized, nope.
Still in the Matrix.
Again, totally
I was like,
prefer
that's
the
my
Matrix.
Lipitor. That's not my Wellbutrin. I take that later.
Whoopsie daisy.
I think we should do a
Now I
live
got a boner.
video podcast of you all at the yoga studio coming
Oh,
to
that'd be
do
fun.
a live
At the Mikey B.
NOTLP
I'd do it.
yoga.
Yeah.
I'd do it in my little shorts.
Oh yeah,
As long as the lighting's kind of low,
yeah. We can
I'd
do
be
that.
in for that.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm mic'd, so when I squeeze a fart out, everyone can
Oh
enjoy
my
it.
gosh. I was doing a handstand site. There are level like I get a little defensive on yoga because some people think it's like super easy. It's not a real workout. That's a workout for your mind and for your body.
Yeah.
But you can do some crazy stuff. But anyhow, I've been working on handstands.
Yeah.
And I was in a hot, sweaty room, and I just got done with work, and I was not in the greatest places, and I go to do a handstand, and I slip out of it and fall on my butt, and I farted.
Yeah. There's no shame in farting in
Does
yoga.
anybody
No,
laugh?
I laugh.
Thank you. Somebody's gonna laugh.
Some people laugh, but also the nice thing is sometimes your yoga mats make farting noises
Yeah.
anyways, so you can kind of blame it on
Covers
that.
up, yeah.
Not
Unless
to
it
mention,
smells.
if you go to yoga enough, everyone in the class will eventually fart.
Although I gotta say something, Lululemon pants, they might be expensive, but you need to wash them. That's my other podium.
Yeah.
That's my other podium for yoga. Ladies,
Yeah.
I love you, but your yoga pants are made to be washed. You sweat, y'all. And that
You're wearing
smell,
a hole
man.
where your puss is.
That smell, y'all.
What did you just say?
Said you're wearing a hole. You're sweating a hole right through where your little kitty cat is.
Especially if it's a hot yoga class. I mean, come on. You can't. It's one.
gets so
It's
thin
one
there.
wear. It's one wear. If you need to get the cheaper yoga pants so you can have multiple pairs, that's all I'm saying. That's my other yoga pedestal.
Listen, he's on a soapbox about your smells, ladies. Get them together.
I'm sure I'd have the same smells if I rewore my clothes, but
You could probably sell your dirty yoga pants to some, businessman.
At your dirty
Yeah,
yoga
ladies, buy.
pants.com.
Yeah, sell
Yeah.
your yoga pants
and
buy
make
new
enough.
yoga pants.
Yeah, make enough to one pair of used yoga pants will get you enough to buy 5 new ones.
Yeah.
Or go buy a $4 bottle of fucking Febreze, ladies. Spray your cooter.
Oh, is that healthy?
No,
No, not your actual cooter.
Oh,
when you're
okay.
wearing the pants.
All right.
Your pants cooter.
She means the fabric.
Fabric of our lives.
The cooter fabric.
Oh. I wasn't trying to get like real explicit on
No, you're
exactly
allowed.
what that smell was.
I
but
know what
guess
you're talking
the
about.
picture's
We all
been
know
painted now.
Oh, Freddie gave me shit about my armpits yesterday, and I'm like, well, I'm
Well,
sorry.
you made me smell them.
You
No.
made me smell your pants.
I like the way lady smells.
I don't mind when Freddie has BO. Let's be real. I don't mind
okay.
it. Sometimes it's kind of nice.
At least like the way I smell when I
Yeah.
just like let go.
When you let go.
When I just,
Wait.
that's not what I
Okay, of
mean.
your bodily functions, or just your? I haven't showered in a day or two.
Yeah,
Okay.
I smell.
We're allowed to stink sometimes, people. But try not to do it in public.
I get that. But there are certain like
Social
no one wants-
contract.
people don't typically. Your average citizen doesn't want to smell unfamiliar ass
Right.
or unfamiliar.
Around your friends.
Then it's
No.
familiar ass.
Yeah,
Familiar ass yourself
not familiar
with the
ass.
smells of your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just a thought. Just what you do in your own private time. Just don't let your smells get in my nose hole without permission. I gotta give you permission. That's all I'm saying.
Just sign permission.
You gotta ask for permission. I feel like I've been violated when
Yeah.
you're
So
getting in my nose holes and
you
I
know
didn't
how-
give you permission.
Right. You go to the Brazilian steakhouse and you got your green and your red card. You flip it over depending on what you're permitting.
Right.
in your vicinity.
I permit a lot of lamb chops.
Sure.
I love lamb chops.
Yeah.
All right, that's nice to know. Listeners, do you feel like you learned something today?
Do you? Do ya?
They just announced Walton Goggins for Horror Hound Sensei.
Yeah.
Finally, someone I care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about all these Sons of Anarchy
I thought you
people.
said Henry Rollins.
Yeah, he's
No,
supposed
he's
to
coming
be
to-
too.
Oh, okay.
He better.
Yeah.
It's the Goggins and Rollins story.
Rollins and Goggins.
I'm more of a Goggins gal
Me too.
than a Rollins babe.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to the Rollins Derby?
He's just a liar.
But I do like Henry Rollins. Sure, he's great.
Did you ever? I remember in the '90s when Liar came out, and then it found out at the library they had his spoken word albums.
Yeah.
And they're really like very interesting.
It's heavy
Kinda makes
stuff.
You,
A lot
yeah,
of heavy
it is
stuff.
heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But it's great when you're you're 11th grader because it's all that stuff you want to be like
so much
ruminating
angst.
on. You know.
He will be doing a live performance. It's in addition to your ticket to Horror Hound on
Okay.
Friday night.
So if you're into that, get your ticket soon.
Yeah, you want to buy it in advance, most likely. I think it's $35. But
That's cool.
Rollins puts on a pretty interesting spoken word show.
What other
It's
events are
funny,
happening?
and it's also disturbing.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that Walton Goggins is going to be there. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to try to find wherever he's at and try to sneak a peek at his face.
You gonna dress up like Ava fucking Crowder?
Mm-hmm.
Ava.
Or I'm going to dress up like Danny McBride from Vice Principals.
I'll do it.
You
I
gonna
should do it.
You gonna dress up like
Oh,
Joe Dirt?
I need to
just
bring
for
my
the hell of
Vice
it.
Principal's paddle for him to sign. That'd be awesome.
Did you met Danny McBride?
I met them both.
Oh, you did meet them both. That's
Yes.
right. So you can be like, remember me?
What?
You'd be like, hey, Walton, it's Mike. Remember me?
Remember me?
Hey, remember that?
Remember.
It's never enough. Sorry, they made me see The Greatest Showman, and I'm like such an anti-musical person, but I fucking love that, and I can't stop listening to that fucking soundtrack.
You don't have to label yourself an anti-musical person. You can be open to things.
I'm open. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
I'm not criticizing you. I just wanted to say that and be funny.
Yeah.
You be anything you want.
Like what you like.
YDW.
This is me.
YW.
This is us.
Like, I'm just gonna be. This is me, man.
Be as you as
Yeah.
you can be.
Be it.
All right. You
Have
ready to
you,
move
is
on
there
to
another
roulette?
musical that you
No.
like though, Amy?
Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
I
Anything
like
else?
that.
Hair. You like Hedwig?
Yeah.
She
Yeah, I
likes
did like Hedwig.
Madam Butterfly. Just kidding. Oh. Flower drum song. Just kidding.
I do like the Flower Drum
Gypsy.
song from the latest Cold War Kids album. That's a great song.
There you go.
It's called Flower Drum Song.
You like Book of Mormon? Didn't you? Oh, really?
It was not
Ooh.
something I felt the need to revisit after we were done with it, but I did enjoy the experience, I guess, even though you dragged me kicking and screaming.
Because it was my birthday.
I know. The things I
And
do
you don't
for
have to pick
you.
up the file. Yep.
Fucking Capricorns. Okay, well, just a reminder, horrorhoundweekend.com. Go get your tickets. Come hang out with us. Patreon.com/NOTLP if you want to pay us money.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
What's up, Mikey B? What do you got for us?
I had the last Russian roulette movie, and it was the 2015 horror-ish film, The Office. The Office. Actually, it wasn't The Office. It is purely Office.
Pure
And-
No article.
And it is
No definite
I believe, South Korean film. And so I'm not even going to attempt the names because I can't. It was subtitled film.
Yeah.
I watched it with the subtitles on, which, by the way, can I add, when you're sleepy, subtitles real hard.
You're a sub.
Yeah, exactly. So I am going to tell you right now, this is going to be pretty short because I liked it.
What?
I did. I liked it a lot, actually, because it's less horror film, more mystery, and it's kind of twisty-turny, which means I can't really say a whole lot about it, but I'll give you just a brief idea of what it is. It is about a team of people who work in an office for a boss who is awful. The boss, makes them work overtime and basically ridicules them for spending time with their families or going to church or whatnot, and celebrates them for doing things like trying to sell whatever this company is selling and crying, to get people to buy their stuff or whatnot. Just basically selling their soul to this company. So the film opens in the first very few minutes. You see one of the workers for this boss. They're all having a meeting, and the boss is going around the table and just tearing everybody apart. He specifically tears one guy apart and says, really makes fun of the guy's kid, and the kid has like a kid with a handicap. So everybody gets pretty disgusted with that. Well, the guy goes home and pulls out a hammer and murders his entire family.
Oofy doofy.
That is something.
It is something. That happens right at the very beginning of the movie. But where the movie goes from there is pretty interesting because it's mostly focused on an intern for the company who's hoping to have a job in this office. And she wants to work for the office. And she was the only one that really had a connection with the guy who went home and slaughtered his family with a hammer. And so you're seeing this through her and through her struggle trying to fit in with this company. They're not nice to her. Nobody's nice in this film. Really, yeah, it's a dysfunctional office. Yeah. It was interesting culturally because it felt very similar to the heaviness that you kind of see in the office world of like cutthroat and people really doing the things to cut each other to get the politicalness of it all. But
in these movies and TV shows where there's like an environment like this and the boss is just like, everybody needs to always be working. Is there ever a character that's like me? It's just like all shoulders when they get around to yelling at them. Or like, so.
Those people don't make it in these movies.
There is a character in here who she's actually one of the only kind of nice characters to the intern.
Yeah.
Where she's like, you just care too much.
Yeah.
So there is a Kelley character in the film.
I salute her.
Yes. She's fed into a meat grinder halfway through.
Yeah. But so mysteriously, the police are coming to investigate because the guy who murders everybody with the hammer disappears. Oh. So the police are investigating, and slow but surely, people start ending up dead in the office. Usually when they're coming in to do their overtime, and
get stabbed with a javelin.
And the boss gets more and more upset because he doesn't want the secret, which I don't think is a twist, is that he actually had fired the guy who went home and murdered his family, and he doesn't want anybody to tell him that, so he's having them keep this as a huge secret from the FBI, which to me didn't seem like that big of a deal, but I guess culturally maybe the shame that it would have brought on the company or something like that was a big deal for the office guy. It seemed like pertinent information for the FBI to keep people from getting murdered in his office.
Just tell him, man.
So yeah, I liked it. It was twisty. It's twisty-turny, and I can't really say much more about it without spoiling it. But I recommend.
You did a good job.
You did great.
Thanks.
You have titillated us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've made me
my
want to watch
titties are late.
it.
Yeah. I will say the young intern.
Step into my office, please. This is the third time your titties have been late this month.
Oh. The young intern and the murderer, who you don't really see a whole lot in the film, I thought did fantastic. They were fantastic in it, and whoever shot this film, it's really a lot of the time very claustrophobic in the office. They did a really good job with the space they had, because most of it does happen in this small office space. So
you've made me want to watch it.
Good. You made me want to be a better man.
That's what it says on my business card.
Yeah.
I'll make you want to be a better man.
Yeah. Can't find a better man.
That's so cute. Well, thank you, Mikey B.
Yeah, thank you. Great recommend. Take that bullet.
Hey, all I do is I go to
you caught that bullet in your teeth and you spit it right back out. You're like, I ate it for breakfast and I loved it.
I ate bullets for breakfast.
I need to set this up. I forgot. So talk amongst yourselves.
I eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
Oh dear.
All right, you ready?
Dear, yeah.
Oh.
All right, I got a movie gun. It's got a movie bullet in it.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie, take this. Put it against your forehead. Forehead?
Do it.
Well, you have to do it. It's roulette.
Do it.
You died.
Oh. It's been going off on the first shot lately.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's get itchy. Its balls are full.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What?
That was just inappropriate. All right, Freddie, you're going to watch a movie called...
Walda.
Wait, what?
You're going to watch a movie called...
Uh-huh.
The Monster Project.
Oh.
It's on Amazon.
Oh yeah, I was
Prime.
I thought it was koala duck.
Where
3 people who are claiming to be real-life monsters are interviewed by a film crew. When the night turns deadly, the crew must fight evil, inside and out.
So they probably weren't lying.
Probably not.
They probably are monsters.
I was
Somebody's a monster.
looking this up in the first
Eileen Warnos.
the first review on here says almost good exclamation point.
Hey, sometimes that's all we can hope for.
Almost good for us usually equals like, wow,
Where's the Oscar?
I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
All right, well, Freddy will bring you that review
I will.
on our next episode. We'll be right back.
And this week's main attraction is from 1984, the horror sport movie, Fatal Games. Directed by Michael Elliott, who also plays the Doctor character.
Oh.
So there you go.
The writer and the
Explains a
director
lot.
plays the Doctor.
Jordine.
1984.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie, they were like, let's take Fame, and let's take Rocky IV, and let's take Friday the 13th, and let's take that other movie, that camp movie where the girl's got a penis.
Sleepaway Camp.
And let's put them all and make one movie.
It's basically that.
We found
She just
out.
did it. And we're done.
Yeah, 1984 was the year the Summer Olympics were in LA. So it was probably like a big deal because it was in the United States that year.
Mary Lou Retton.
Some of these people had to have been in the Olympics. I mean, they were
They seemed
definitely
good.
athletes. Yeah.
There are some real well cared for female mullets in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were.
Lady mullets.
Yep.
Were there just more men with curly hair in the 80s
Mm-hmm.
than there are now? Have we bred that out of the population?
Well, I think people were getting perms. It was a look people were into.
Oh, like they were okay. So the men were permanent up.
Permed.
Because I feel like I watch, well, except for the one guy with the horrible face. I am sorry, but you look like a skeleton.
Which guy was that?
The javelin
the
guy.
javelin guy.
The guy.
The real javelin.
real
The guy who was competing in the javelin.
He was
I
just,
gotcha.
his face looked like a skull, and that's not, it's
Well,
just
he
me.
did. Elise said he looked like a Frankenstein.
He was
did.
awful.
Yeah. He was pretty awful.
He had short hair. I mean, straight hair.
He did.
But like, I
I
feel
would
like
call it limp.
It
He
did.
had limp hair.
He did have limp hair. It just sort of hung over his giant forehead.
So he had
his
hung or
sunken
limp hair.
cheeks.
He,
Well, the hair was taken from a different corpse than the rest
His
of them.
cadaverous looks. I don't like looking at you, and that's fine. I'm allowed to have that feeling. I
He's
shouldn't
supposed to
say
be
it
a
out
kid.
loud, though.
You can say it out loud. It's our show.
He's probably not a kid anymore now.
Oh goodness, no.
Yeah.
So this is like Charles Xavier School for Talented Naked Kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they all came here to do special steroids,
Mm-hmm.
get
It's
massages.
It's an athletic academy.
Not have sex.
Not have sex.
They're naked a lot. No one has sex.
Yeah.
They do not have a nutritionist in
No.
the
I
camp.
didn't see any of that.
No,
No
lots
diet.
of beer, lots
Yeah.
of smoking, lots of
Yeah.
eating.
They have
Well,
a
it's
hand-
different in the 80s.
A real handsy
Yeah, it was.
nurse, though.
Very handsy,
Yeah.
problematic.
Sally Kirkland, who has been nominated for Oscars, for Golden Globes. She was David's mom on Roseanne. Okay? She is in this movie.
She pokes her finger in a lady's.
She tries.
Yeah. Well,
Starts to.
the look on the girl's face implies that she did.
She
Well,
definitely.
we learned that was
Yeah.
Linnea Quigley's body.
Yeah. Linnea Quigley was a naked double.
I thought that booty looked familiar.
She was Quigley Down Under.
So were these high school students or like
I felt like they were
Indeterminate?
college-ish.
yeah
They look like college kids, but then sometimes they were treated like little children.
yeah
Now they were all different sports in this one.
summer sports
and they all had the same coach, pretty
It
much.
was the Falcon Academy
yeah,
for summer sports.
Yep.
I like a guy's hat.
Yeah.
FAA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're all just there doing their gymnastics, swimming, track and field.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly but surely they start getting javelin to death.
By someone in a fucking
hoodie.
plastic suit.
Yeah, like a plastic hooded suit.
The first javelin kill in this movie was really impressive, I thought.
Yeah, like this girl's late at night
Imagine
working
the
out.
force it took to lift someone off the ground
Yeah,
Yeah.
and pin them to a tiled wall.
yeah,
It was
with a
intense.
javelin. at night in the dark. That's the thing. And you know what? This has never been cured. This is still a thing that happens in horror movies where people just do things in the dark where it's like, why aren't you turning a light on? It has to be easier to have the lights on. Mm-hmm. But she was in the gym in the dark.
Always in the dark.
This is a terribly dark movie.
Yeah.
It's really
and
dark.
I don't mean dark like thematically. There's a lot of times I couldn't see, and in fact, I fast forwarded through a stock sequence. Towards the end.
I know
You had
exactly
to.
which one you're talking about. That
Yeah.
one
Where
that
he's
goes
on the
15
crutches.
minutes.
Yeah.
And see,
Holy cow!
I dipped out on that because I was like, Twitter's got to have something for me. And I was probably in Twitter for a good 5 minutes. And I come back to the movie and they're asking all the same questions I would be asking because I haven't been looking at it for 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, I didn't miss anything then.
You didn't need to because it was just a real long, dark stock sequence.
Yeah.
Every kill in this film was with a javelin, and the first kill happens real fast, and it's kind of surprising. But
And you're
each
like,
one
yeah.
after that gets slower and slower.
As the movie does.
Yes. To the close to the end where there is a man on crutches who has to go down every hallway in different directions.
Yeah, for at least 15
multiple
minutes,
times.
you watch him do that, and then he's just javelin to death. And you're like, okay, I just watched this kid for 15 fucking minutes. I thought I was supposed to give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's dead.
Did anybody notice that the javelins gets closer to their side to the middle of their body towards the end? Last couple kills looked like they were just kind of like held it there with their arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ran out of...
They were as tired as we were.
Yep. It was exhausting.
The one lady is a gymnast, and she's in the sauna.
Mm-hmm.
And then the javelin dude like stalks her, and she is like, "Oh no!" She runs away, and then proceeds to run through every hallway in the school, screaming,
Naked.
Now, who knows what I would do in that situation? I hope to God to never be in it. But one thing I would
can
do,
almost certainly say you won't be.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking.
You don't have to worry.
but like, shut up.
Mm.
You're just literally telling them where you are.
Yeah.
Right.
I was upset with her.
And you're an athlete, so you have a little bit of a heads up because the person carrying the javelin's got a javelin.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get through a doorway.
No.
You're going to get stuck on things.
You know, like the videos of the dogs with the sticks in their mouths and they can't get through the doorways because they're dogs. It's like that.
Did anyone else guess that it was Nurse I Got a Secret?
Yeah.
Well before the reveal?
Well, we guessed so many different people.
Well, I was like, I think they're setting up the weird cadaverous javelin kid because he's the javelin kid.
It seemed too obvious.
It
And
did
the
seem
coach
too
was
obvious.
riding him hard. And I'm like, that's too obvious. And then I was like, it's probably the nurse because she keeps popping up. Like,
Yeah, and then we thought it was the actual main girl too for a while.
you did. I never thought that.
Well, the reason I thought it was a nurse is because she went finger fishing that one time,
Yeah,
but then never again. And I was like, that seems like it was leading to something.
there was a lot of like insinuated like lesbian attraction going on in this movie.
Well, there was one that was not even.
it wasn't insinuated.
Insinuated,
The
it
They were
was-
just a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was progressive in that way and really not progressive in the other way.
Right.
Because you find out Sally Kirkland.
One step forward, 1,200 steps back.
Well, I would okay, so stock sequence, it's like 38 years of that kid on the crutches.
Mm-hmm.
And then his girlfriend or friend or whoever, Annie, she's a gymnast.
She's not going to make it with him. No, it's the other guy she wasn't going to make it with. She's
So,
not going to make it with anybody.
She's also in the school at the same time that all this is happening, and then she starts to get stalked by the javelin thrower and actually gets stabbed, but is fine-ish.
Yeah, she's not going to bleed out with all that running after being wounded in that way.
So she gets to the nurse's station, and then you're treated as a viewer to the nurse taking off the killer outfit in the other room, going, "Oh, I'm calling the ambulance for you."
And then when Annie leans over the side of the gurney or whatever it is,
Conveniently.
there's a newspaper on the floor, which I did find online in a GIF, and I've been watching it over and over again to try to read it. Can you pause a GIF?
It says something like
It says Olympic champion
In Photoshop.
disqualified
sex
for taking.
change didn't
it says
take.
sex change didn't work.
Didn't work.
And
Didn't
then
work.
It says they found male hormones in her system, but you're like, what was the change?
Well, you find out that the nurse, Sally Kirkland, was a man, and
Or she's a woman trying to become a man.
no, I think it was she was a man, and
Yeah, because she said she changed her sex to win.
and did the sex change to become a woman so she could win, but didn't win.
Well, and then her voice got deep.
Yeah, all of a
She
sudden.
let him out.
She was like,
She became Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
It was just so, I'm like, oh no, here we go.
She was like, I have to disqualify everyone. Disqualified.
Basically,
She sounded like a boss at the end of a level in like a fighting game.
Yeah.
Like Streets of Rage.
Yeah, disqualified.
So this turned out to be a transphobic.
Just another one for the pile of the 80s.
Yeah, we were talking about the trend, right?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know about Sleepaway Camp, but what else? Oh, well, I mean...
Psycho.
Dressed to Kill.
Psycho.
A little bit Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
A little bit. I think a lot of it, right?
Basic Instinct.
Well, yeah. Although they tried to talk it down a little bit, but it definitely, Leatherface had his cross-dressing moments.
Yeah.
There were others. What was the? So there was Sleepaway Camp. There was this one. There was another like real obvious one. Well,
Dressed to Kill?
No. I can't think of it. I'll try to relax my brain and think of it.
Is Dressed to Kill the one with Robert Stallone? Sly Stallone?
No,
Robert.
Alfie.
Yeah.
That's it's what's his face?
Yeah, Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Thank you.
Mr.
Wine.
Robert Stallone.
I
mean, there's
Silence of the
probably...
Lambs?
Well, yeah, but no, that's not the one I'm thinking of either.
But anyways, the point is, I think that there was a lot of fear
Yeah.
in that era.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there still is.
Yeah, but more so then.
Yeah, so you find out she's just mad that they're winning. And any kid that like qualifies or is moving on to nationals is gonna get
It's like Glee.
javelined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should,
Regionals
they
to
should remake this
nationals.
With the ones that aren't dead.
with
Yes, I did.
Jane.
Andy's not here. Somebody had to do it.
Somebody has to be problematic other than this movie.
What's wrong with my brain? What's her name?
So many things.
Jane
Jane Eyre?
Lynch.
No, thank you.
Could be the nurse.
Yeah.
What about Nene Leakes?
She was there for a minute.
I know.
Remember Glee?
I'm in that season of Real Housewives of Atlanta right after Glee was over. So Nene talks about it a lot. She's on Broadway right now, and she's like, I'm on Broadway.
She's on Broadway?
Well, she was.
Who is she?
2 years ago. Nene.
How do you think that worked?
Nene's the featured in every GIF you'll ever see when you need a sassy reactionary GIF. It's
Okay.
Nene.
Nene Leakes is not a real actress.
Well, she used to go out for pilot season quite a bit before she got Real Housewives.
Well, I went out for pilot season.
No, you didn't.
Remember, I was like, I want to fly my own plane.
She was the wicked stepmother in Cinderella on Broadway right now.
I want a helicopter.
She's in case anybody cares.
Yeah.
I know she's not great. She's not a great human. Okay.
Well, I don't
Okay.
care about her personally,
I
but as an actress,
love Nene.
I'm the opposite.
Love what you
Anithia.
love.
Be as awful as you want. I don't give a shit. But like, if you're going to be on Broadway, you should hire someone who is like skilled.
I never saw her on Glee, so I don't know how she did.
What she
She
do
was
on
basically
Glee?
like Nene.
She was a coach.
She's basically
she
herself.
was trans. She killed a bunch of people
Yeah.
with a javelin.
Don't you remember on Glee? Totally ripped off
Is
Fatal
that
Game.
episode? Yeah, where they ripped off Fatal
It was a
Game?
big thing.
Okay.
But at the end, she gained a lot of acceptance.
And weight.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Coach B?
Roz.
Coach, no?
Roz.
Roz. Never
Hey,
mind.
Coach.
Okay.
None of this matters, and I
Nothing
apologize
else.
to all
Dauber?
male listeners right now.
I threw a dauber in.
Thanks. What about all male listeners? What?
I apologize to them for bringing up Real Housewives. Although some of you might be into it, and that's okay. And I didn't mean to say that it's only a female thing. You know what? I'm being problematic right now, and I need to take a minute.
Oh no!
I need to relax my brain.
Yep.
I knew that word. I knew that word was going to get bandied about quite a bit today.
Well, I like to make fun of it.
Problematic.
Because if you're...
Wear my panties.
Yes.
Cream.
The teenagers are saving us right now, and I owe them all a big apology. However,
That's pretty awesome.
if you ever spent 3 minutes on Tumblr, you'd understand why I think the word problematic is funny.
It is. Oh, you're joking with it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, of course.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I thought you meant it genuinely.
No, I like to use it as a funny... But I mean, honestly, they're... In the truest sense of the word, this movie is being problematic, but...
You can't imagine the relief I feel now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kelley, you've known me for a long time.
I know. I just, I don't know. I didn't know.
Do you think in those times that I know the word problematic existed back in the 80s, but do you think that was ever even crossed somebody's mind that this kind of idea would be a little problematic?
No, because nobody knew anyone. No one thought they knew anyone that was, transgender person.
Which is why,
it's all right. They don't really exist.
From the outside looking in, I'm obviously not gay, but obviously that wasn't correct to say. You know what I mean? What I was going to say was I'm obviously not a gay man, but then I realized midway through that this can apply to all genders that are gay, that this is why it's nice when you come out of the closet, because you show people, oh my God, you've been next to me this whole time. But then I also understand why you take your time and you do what you need to do to feel safe and happy and warm and come out when you want. But the more of you out there and about there queering it up, the easier it is for everybody to stop making movies where killers are transgendered, you know what I'm saying?
Or it won't feel so blatantly obvious that that's the reason they're messed up.
Right.
I mean, you could still have a transgender killer in your movie if that's an interesting thing, but it shouldn't be the only reason that they want to kill people.
Equality means transgendered people can be fucking asshole killers too.
Yeah.
It's true. Also, it could be that maybe the problem is with us that she's just mad that she didn't qualify.
Yeah, maybe it is.
And
us.
we're projecting all that.
The implication was that she got the sex change just to win.
I just wanted
because women's sports you're gonna be, if you're a dude with testosterone, you're gonna be stronger and better.
Right. It's
like
that.
If you get testosterone injected, then you immediately grow muscles.
Well, wasn't there that
and agility and dexterity
MMA fighter who was trans and they didn't want her to compete against women?
I don't know.
Or to be able to qualify.
Yeah.
It was like a controversy a little while ago.
I do have to say, growing up in the 80s, I was not aware of any of this, of trans fear. And for being very religious people, my parents were probably the least homophobic real Christian people. That was not like a thing that was ever like an issue. So I didn't have like all this. I never got it. Like when like later on when I was like, oh, what are people freaking out about? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Wow.
And it is a thing.
Well, that's nice to know.
I'm shocked that like never ever came up.
Nope.
It's interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying my parents are encouraging me to explore my sexuality, but they were.
Do you think they were so uncomfortable about sexuality in general that it just never came up?
Oh, well, they certainly were uncomfortable talking about sex with me, but no. I mean, they really didn't. I don't think it was a thing for them. Yeah. I don't think they thought about gay, straight. I mean,
they didn't believe they exist. They're like rodents of unusual size.
Yeah.
Homosexuals of unusual size.
Yes.
I don't believe they exist.
I do believe they exist.
It's interesting, though, because you look at, like, I don't know if anybody's seen the new Heathers TV series.
I've only heard that this is a fucking joke, but
it's real irritating because it kind of is the flip-flop. I'm a big fan of Heathers. Heathers was a great film for its time. I'm sure there's probably some problematic pieces in it, but however, the TV show kind of turns it on its ear, but also does the exact same thing. But they have these characters who are just awful, but they're awful, and they're the things that we used to have fear around, whether it be like, asexual or bisexual or homosexual or whatever.
Or fat.
Or whatnot. And those are the people who are powerful in the Heathers. That's really the only thing creative that it's done to separate itself from the story so far, at least in the first episode. But I don't know. It's like you look at it and you go back to the 80s and you see those films and you come out and you remember the Heathers, the classic scene in Heathers 83, I Love My Dead Gay Son, where they use that as a setup for, killing the two guys, who they use that homo fear to do that or whatnot. It's just an interesting thing because you just don't think about that at the time. You just kind of had to take those feelings and figure out how to process them and what you're going to do with it after the fact.
It's like diversity and progressiveness. It's like you can't just. But I gave you a bunch of gay characters. Aren't you happy?
Diversity.
No. Like, if it has, try to be a little bit organic. Like, I saw something on Twitter, and it was a really good point. I don't know who the hell made it, but it was like, liberals, yay, they're hiring more black directors in Hollywood. That's what we want. And it's like liberals, boo, you just hired Michael Steele to be the head of the GOP because he's black, and now we're mad at you. What do you people want, you liberals? And it's like, no, you tokened him.
Right.
I don't want tokens. I want organic, fleshed out human beings.
I want actual quarters.
Yeah.
I don't want tokens.
I want real goddamn money. You bitch. And we see you.
Right.
Like, we see you.
I don't know if anybody had this happen, but I love, Psycho. I've seen Psycho probably a bunch, and I hadn't seen it for a long time. And then it was a few years ago that it was at the drive-in.
Yeah.
I had forgotten the end of that film.
Where they've got him in the fucking cop station and they're analyzing him.
Yeah, and they have the I think it's a psychiatrist or psychologist who's doing the whole thing about like the explanation of being split and how terrifying that really is like they go in on Norman Bates's face, and you see him kind of losing his mind with what that is and the real fear around that. And it's interesting because I don't think that you're going to get that fear to resonate like that anymore. And I think that shows we're progressing.
Yeah, for sure.
But we are trying.
Yeah.
We're not going to get it right every time, and you got to be what can I'm a white straight lady. What am I really saying here? But you can't beat up on people if they don't get it right the first time. You got to let people learn. You got to let your allies truly try. They don't have to be perfect. Let us try.
Yeah. But it's interesting too when you think about like the films of the time and there's always an enemy, and it really is representative of the times that you're seeing those things in, whether it's not, how long did we have every enemy was Russians or whatnot, just depending on where
Circle of Life,
where the fear is. So I think it's kind of cool that we're far from the 80s, because certainly during that time that would have been okay.
Yeah,
not so much anymore.
Oh yeah.
Back thinking about Fatal Game still.
How boring it was.
Mind. Was Sally giving them hormones?
Well, they were getting steroids,
which are basically they are hormones, but like, why was she trying to soup them up if?
Well, the doctor was.
It was the doctor.
It was part of the program.
She didn't want them souped up.
Yeah, it was.
She didn't want them to win.
Yeah.
She's the only one allowed to win, and if she can't win, nobody can.
Even though she's not competing.
There was a weird part in the film that I mean, after I wish it was weirder, honestly.
Yeah, for real.
The worst part about this film is like after you got to see the trailer for this film. After you see the trailer for this film should have been awesome. I mean,
that's what we thought. We were like, oh, this will be kooky.
Yes. You got gymnasts doing gym-like things, and it's a fun.
I mean, I appreciate
the beginning set you up. They had that awesome inspirational rock song.
Yeah,
and you're there's going to be nothing but inspirational rock songs throughout this whole fake Survivor is going to lead us through this. No,
it really
it didn't deliver on its promises.
Its momentum. Well, the minute everybody's like, "Where's Heather?" and they're like, "Where's Alex?" Every time someone dies in this movie, there's a whole lot of sequences of people just wondering.
Has anybody seen Nancy? Hey, you seen Nancy? I haven't. I have not seen Nancy. Okay.
And then that one lady, she's talking with her boyfriend. And she's like, "Let's just go get a burger." And then they go to a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. There's a lot of not sex happening. Like that did stand out a little bit for me. Normally in these 80s slasher types, everybody's bone into bone.
Especially if you're working out all the time and taking like hormones that make you more aggressive.
They're naked a lot. They are. But they are never having sex. They repeatedly turn down sex.
The women are naked. The men are wearing their disgusting tiny whities, and we were talking about that before the show because...
Except for one black dude in the shower. He was the only one that was naked.
But you couldn't see anything.
No.
No, God forbid
Amy
you didn't see bush,
dying
titties,
to
ass
see dong
on the ladies.
Every movie that we see, Amy's like, where was all the dong?
You're gonna have to watch The Pianist.
I need you to understand, I'm not...
Or The Duelist.
Dying to see dong.
Dying to see dong.
I'm dying to see equality.
She has a shirt on right now that says, "Show me your wiener."
Dying for dong.
I'm dying for equality.
But do you guys remember... There was a scene where she was talking about her mother, and she's like, "My mother's not gone." Did anybody like? I don't know. I just remember like once the reveal kind of came out, I was like, well, maybe there was more to that scene.
It was a weird delivery because she's like, "Is your mother dead?" Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh no, she's very much alive.
Yeah, it was weird. And then that's it. There was a lot of little foreshadowing moments that never paid off.
Yeah, I thought she was going to try and bang that girl again when she had her on the couch. I was like, oh, here we go. She carried her in the house.
Yep.
And then it didn't pay off.
Nope.
This movie was really boring.
It's so boring.
That's the worst crime it committed.
The good news is we will be wrapping up the month with something that is the opposite of boring with Death Spa. But I can't vouch for next week's. It's called Killer Workout. I've never seen it, so we'll see. It might be. It looks more exciting than
Come on down to the club. You'll get a killer workout. No, I just mean you'll be well.
I'm too frightened. That's why I don't work out much because I, like the fear of javelins and stuff.
Killer workout.
Yeah.
Well, wait till your killer yoga workout.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna downward dog you to death. Oh, damn it!
We're gonna plank so hard your guts will fall out.
You'll be stiff as a corpse.
We're gonna make a movie called
Pose.
Yoga.
That's so Raven.
Is there a corpse
With an
pose?
There is a corpse pose.
Is it just laying there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna do that later.
Tying in your breath, It's all about it. About it.
Your breath.
About
okay. Just let it's okay to get distracted by your thoughts, but just bring yourself back to the breath.
Oh, we should do meditation happy.
Breath.
Back to the breath.
Breath.
All right, everybody. Well, as we do at the end of every show, we talk about our Beelzebubs.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon.com/NOTLP. One of the levels is Beelzebub, and when we say hello to you specifically because you're spending more money than other people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's basically what it is. This is capitalism, kids. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, we got to pay the bills.
All right, we're gonna start from the bottom. Jimmy B.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah. Look at you going first.
Look at you. Commander.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Can't wait to see you this coming month.
Is she coming to Horror Hound?
Her and Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of friends.
Nice.
A lot of friends are coming. Mm-hmm.
Elise?
Hey!
Will she be there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think she's going to try and make it this
Have
year.
you talked to her recently?
Gonna make it unlike your steak and eggs?
I'm going to...
Is she gonna bring her Instant Pot
Yeah, both of them.
and make us all ribs? We got Mikey P.
Hey, Mikey P.
What up, bro? Thanks for writing us in. You said you wrote us in all the time for the rondos, and that was just really nice of you.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
Mark Watts.
Watts. See you at WrestleMania, Mr. Watts.
My mom texted Mark. This is funny. You'll like this. My mom texted me the other day. "What's up?" with Z's and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?"
She
and then
found the 90s.
we were with Fozzie and Eddie, and they were like, "Say Budweiser." And so I did that back to her, and she was like, "What's the occasion?" Like, I'm out having buds, and I was just telling her I was drinking Budweiser. Like,
But you're
Ma,
trying to do the frogs.
Ma, get it together, Ma. And then I explained it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so stupid."
And then you made her feel terrible about herself.
I
Way to
did.
go, Amy.
I thought you'd like that, Mark. Blake.
Hey, Blake.
Andy's not here, so we don't have to say it. Just kidding, but lucky!
Oh, it feels good. Feels good in my tum-tum.
It makes me nauseous.
Who was you say just now?
I didn't say. I said Blake.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you moved on while we were all cackling. And I
No.
thought someone's name got
But I
like,
will. It's Bill.
Bill.
Hey,
Bro.
Bill.
Bill
Bill.
Bro Baggins.
Bill Bro Baggins. Brandon Boone, who we will be seeing live soon.
Yeah, we will be at Kent Stage.
Mm-hmm.
The No Sleep podcast. You can probably still get tickets if you're interested. They are on tour.
Come hang out with us. Tree and Alex.
Aww. Hoping to see you little cuties.
You bitty babies. I have to burp. Excuse me, Albert.
Oh, my boy.
What's up, Albert?
He's your boy.
He is my boy. We talk online quite a bit.
Holler at your boy.
Ernest.
Oh, Ernie.
Ernest.
What's
Good
up,
guy.
man?
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Yeah.
Just a well
Hope we
of
get a chance to
positivity.
chat.
Gentle
Yes,
soul.
he is.
Good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly.
Brooke.
Brooke, girl. What you doing?
Adam.
Adam, I want you
To want me.
to... I can't top that. I don't have anything.
Jeremy
Jeremy and Cassie, you guys are so good.
What were you just gonna say?
I was gonna say, did you like kind of just real quick in that beginning to where he says, "I want you to want"? Doesn't he sound like a little special, or he sounds like Charlie, or he sounds like Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka? He's like, "I want you to want me." Calm down.
Yes, he does.
Robin Zander.
Zack attack. In the ack.
Why do we always say Zack attack? Let's find another word to rhyme with Zack. I hate that part of that.
He's a Lego maniac.
He is.
Cincinnati Zach.
Cincinnati Zack. I like it. Makes him sound like a gunslinger.
Yeah. And Mandy.
You came and you came and you came.
You're a fine girl, but at WrestleMania you're gonna be a flat girl. And I come from the turnbuckle with a flying elbow, and then I bring out the tryout massage maneuver, and then you're gonna be real sad that you didn't bring a barbecue sandwich, because you're gonna need that energy for the next 3 rounds of terror and cream. Yeah.
So I hate wrestling, but I love Macho Man.
He's the best.
I could listen to that all day.
Do the snap into a Slim Jim thing.
Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
It's not as good as when he's just talking.
He's
'cause
just
he like
talking,
grunts
yeah.
and like it's
That's the best part.
Yeah.
He's got a lot
It's
of.
just like you can tell the wheels are turning. He's just thinking like it's just he's on the stream of consciousness roll. It's
Yeah.
almost like poetry.
It's like Phil Donahue and Sally Jesse Raphael. You gotta come out here today. You're gonna tell me that what I'm doing is some sort of sideshow? What you're doing's a sideshow, Mrs. Raphael, Mr. Phil Donahue.
He does that Lewis Black thing with his fingers.
Yes. Ooh.
Dear our younger
I've been watching a lot
listeners,
of Macho Man because of the wrestling show.
you're going to have to Google Sally Jesse Raphael and Phil Donahue, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
They both wear glasses. Will
Yeah.
I love Phil Donahue.
Do you?
I loved that show.
Phil
He was my
Donahue
jam.
reminds me of being sick.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Staying home from school.
They both wore big old glasses.
They did wear big old glasses. Well, where can we get Jenny Jones in here?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Mr. Jenny Jones and me. All right. Anything
The
else?
Titans of Daytime.
And then the queen.
Ricky Lake.
Oprah.
Well, Oprah's the queen. Ricky Lake is just a princess.
Oh, Oprah's the queen.
Mm-hmm.
She's the queen.
Queen. And Jerry Springer being the court jester.
Yeah. He wants you to take care of yourself. Jerry Springer's a great
And
dude.
Take care of yourself.
Yes,
and
he's a sweet man.
Yeah,
others. He's important to Cincinnati.
he is.
All right, everybody. I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay
He's
dry.
almost as important as Cincinnati Zach, but not quite. as.
Not quite. I mean, let's be real. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Give me love.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed.